How are you doing today? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with Bitcoin Network? Well, we're looking at $42.7 billion for our market cap. I mean, dominance is falling, and it's falling rapidly. We're looking at 37.3% dominance. This is unavoidable at this point. Cryptocurrency is like a hot ticket item. Blockchain is like the key word that everybody is throwing money at to invest, as long as it says blockchain behind it, not even really understanding exactly what it means. So with everything that's a blockchain or a fringe of a blockchain being listed on CoinMarketCap as a cryptocurrency, it's going to dilute the value of what cryptocurrency is. Each individual cryptocurrency is what's in circulation and how many are created. All of these things are really helping to change the overall dominance of BTC to be what the small numbers that we're looking at. But remember, when you think about it, you're not buying 95% of these cryptocurrencies without Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the one that's been here for a real long time, and as far as cryptocurrencies are concerned, Bitcoin is what is used as a form of payment worldwide. So, I mean, we have absolutely nothing to worry about. And to go along with that, I mean, when countries are speaking of regulation, they're speaking pretty much of regulating and taxing Bitcoin. They're not as concerned about what, like, digibytes and storage coin and things like that. This is their main focus, is Bitcoin. With such a large market cap, I mean, that's where a majority of the money is. So let's continue on. We're looking at a Bitcoin price of $2,607. That's up 1%. That's great. I mean, that's some sideways movement here. Things have been real volatile over the last week. We have unsure times ahead coming with the user-activated soft fork on August 1st. We're seeing minor adoption for the SegWit 2X. So seeing some sideways support right now is not really the worst thing at all. I mean, I'm real happy at seeing 2607. We got Ethereum coming in at 375. That's some sideways movement. We got Ripple coming in at 31.9 cents. That's really good for them. They're up 12.4%. So there's some profit for you NEM holders. We got Litecoin coming in at $50. And that sideways movement there, besides we took such large gains coming from 30 to 50 here, that's amazing. It goes to show that a lot of people are finding the true value in Litecoin. And I mean, as I was saying yesterday, I'm being real bullish now for Litecoin, thinking that we could have, up to as much as, we could double. I mean, things are doubling lately. Why not double Litecoin by the end of the year and be looking at $100, right? We got Ethereum Classic coming in at $22.84. That's more sideways movement. We got NEM coming in at 19.8 cents. They're setting in support lines as well. We got Dash making a small gain at 1.3%. So that's up to $200. That's pretty good. That's where their high was set there, and they're back up to it. I'm real happy with a $200 Dash, and I mean, all cryptocurrency is growing. So I mean, the more I can get here at these prices before they take off, I'm finding the better. We got Monero coming in at $50 as well, and we got Zcash back up there. They're up 7%, coming in at $401.82. We got Steam. They're down a little bit, about 3%, coming in at $208. So, I mean, overall, as you look at the cryptocurrency market cap today, we've had a lot of volatility, and we're seeing a sideways movement through most of the cryptocurrencies today, which is, it's good. It's at support lines in. So first up, I want to recover a story I seen over on Cryptoverse about eBay scams. Hard wallets have been hard to come by lately. Pretty much everybody's sold out of them. A lot of people are asking you to pre-order them, and people are really concerned about keeping their Bitcoin and everything safe with August 1st coming up, and the user-activated soft fork, and the potential for Bitmain to want to split Bitcoin and run off on their side chain, and all of these other things. People want to have their own way of storing their Bitcoin. So people are out there selling their open hard wallets. They could have written down the key. They're saying they're loading them up with a little bit of Bitcoin for you, in the process. So I don't know, personally, I've always had bad luck with eBay since I started in cryptocurrency. One of the first things I thought I'd do was buy cryptocurrency off eBay and then turn around and sell it on eBay for more money. And I learned very quickly about buyer protection and ended up having to pay back all the money because everybody claimed credit card fraud on that. So ever since then, I stay away from eBay. But yeah, cryptocurrency and eBay don't have the best track record together, so I would not recommend going over to eBay to purchase any kind of a hard wallet. You know, and they are hard to come by. So I mean, find a paper wallet if you're really concerned about, you know, what to do. Don't fall for these kinds of scams because, you know, they got the key, they'll just recover it, they'll keep checking the recovery until you got a decent amount of cryptocurrency stored up in there, and then they'll just take it and you'll be out. And, you know, that's really going to suck for you when stuff's going to be worth millions of dollars someday. So what else we got up? We got that the United States is wanting you to declare when you travel overseas through customs if you have more than $10,000 worth of cryptocurrency. These things are absolutely ridiculous. I mean, the last thing I would do before I went traveling overseas is tell anybody that I have that much cryptocurrency. You know, there's situations of where you'd want to keep it in your pocket, like you'd want to keep your hardware wallet in your pocket if you had enough when you go to travel, and how much do you declare and all of these other things. You know, it could be quite tricky, but, you know, if you have that much cryptocurrency, you're pretty well invested. That means you understand, you know, the ins and outs, and you're able to take the risk of traveling and, you know, remembering a 12-word passphrase, or, you know, mailing your package to yourself, or doing something else to some extent to make sure that you're not having to disclose this information, because I feel a majority of people would not disclose this. I mean, it's part of the whole point of being a cryptocurrency, right? So I got that Segwit 2X hits about 44% of mining power. You know, yesterday there was a roundtable meeting. You know, I had said the other day that App2 Pool had signed on. This is starting to get a lot of traction. They only need 80%, and it's looking like that they're going to probably hit this by August 1st as a way to avoid all of the contention that's happening. So there won't be a user-activated soft fork, so that there won't be a Bitmain split off. You know, these things are great. I mean, it goes to show that, you know, when it comes right down to it, and, you know, times are getting tough and everyone's talking crazy, that the miners are going to do what they need to do, you know, to protect Bitcoin, and, you know, the users are really wanting the Segwit. I mean, we need something. So just because the miners are making so much money in fees, you know, doesn't mean that our voices aren't heard. They're listening now that we've kind of had to force them to with these threats. But I mean, it looks like it's coming along, and it looks like there won't be 2 Bitcoin, and, you know, that's wonderful for Bitcoin. You know, you always got to have faith that Bitcoin's going to find a way and make it through, and I mean, I do. Let's see what else we got. We got the EU is building a task force to be able to study and understand cryptocurrency. They're going to be funding it with $5.5 billion over the next 3 years. They're going to be focusing and looking on markets that work in cryptocurrency, you know, kind of like the alpha-based stuff, you know, the dark web, people that are trying to launder money. But I mean, the UK is already one of the, you know, the countries that's under a lot of scrutiny. You know, you're pretty much don't have any rights when it comes to your internet access history there. You know, the government has the right to look at your web browsing history and stuff like that at any point in time over there. That's why they're always recommending a VPN. And the last little bit of news I got here on Bitcoin and Coffee is that the UK is now warning, just like a lot of the other countries, to be careful with cryptocurrency and your investments. You know, that it is just an asset. It's an asset that does the same thing and inflates and deflates, not inflates and deflates, but changes in value. You know, that it's very volatile, that it fluctuates quite a bit. They're saying, take a look and see, you know, what Bitcoin was worth earlier this year and into last year. You know, and just because you see such gains now doesn't make it such a secure investment. You know, just know what you're getting into. But I mean, that's the same thing that you're hearing from a lot of these governments. Is it just a warning, or are they actually looking out for us? Who's to say? But, you know, as always, never invest more money than what you're willing to lose. You know, as I keep saying, you know, don't invest any money that you need right now. But if it's other than that, you know, I've been putting a good chunk of my money into it, and I've been real happy with my results lately. As of, you know, today, investing in Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dash. So, you know, you guys, as I keep saying, everybody, you got to do what you got to do to keep your cryptocurrency safe. You got to do your research to understand the markets. Try to stay away from some of these ICOs. You know, a lot of them aren't going to work out all that well. And you know, take care of each other. So as always, I got my affiliation codes down here below to help find you a Trezor or some kind of hard wallet. If you can scavenge around on Amazon and find one, there's HW crypto wallets. They're taking pre-orders for them, you know. But yeah, it's been hard to get them. So you know, you might want to, if you don't know how to use a paper wallet, I have my email address. It's eugeneforest20@gmail.com. Down below, there's also a list of wallets for links for paper wallets. You know, that's probably your next best bet. There's also links down there. You can get you an Exodus wallet or something like that. Download a Jax wallet, but they're saying not to put too much money on that due to there's a way to be able to hack it. You know, you have to know what you're doing with cryptocurrency, especially when you start getting into the hundreds and thousands of dollars invested into this stuff. And remember, people, never leave it on an exchange. That is probably the worst and most unsafest thing you can do. So I'd love to hear from you guys. You know, Bitcoin and Coffee is going great over here. You know, if you're over on Steemit, please upvote my post. I really appreciate all that. We're over 1,250 over there. I mean, it's really growing fast. I'm starting to get more followers on Steemit than I am on YouTube, and you know, I really appreciate that. And for everybody that's been doing anything to support me here at Bitcoin and Coffee, you know, you guys are great. You guys are what's helping to make all this happen. And as always, donational addresses down below. Genesis Mining code to get you 3% off. You know, any of that stuff can help me out, and I'd love you guys for it. And as always, remember, people, keep your Bitcoin safe.